Good morning. I'm Thomas Buchanan, and I woke up this morning at 211.6. I'm dangerously close to 212, but I have not touched it yet. 211.6, that's quite high. That's what you get when you eat fried food. Fried onion rings, fried pickles. That and water is all I ate. But I'm not real concerned. I'm more concerned about, I have so many questions about blood pressure, how to properly measure it. As you know, if you've been watching my channel at all, I was recently in a car accident. Another driver decided to cut across 3 lanes, hit me in the front passenger side of my car, and I was doing 40, 45 miles an hour. He shoved me into oncoming traffic, totaled my car and probably his too. Um, I wonder, right now as I talk to you, my 2 hands feel like ice cubes. And I just took my blood pressure and I'm at 184/67, which on anybody's scale is quite high. Obviously, I'm stressed, but that aside, I've got so many questions regarding blood pressure because I think your blood pressure, it directly corresponds to your weight. You know, I've already said on my channel, coffee corresponds to your weight. And I know it's not a popular idea out there, but you know, medical science will come to find that I'm right. Uh, Coffee, the caffeine in coffee is bad for you. Do not drink coffee, period. No exceptions, no ands, no ifs, no buts. Now, blood pressure. Obviously, in my accident, I had my seatbelt on and I took quite a hit. It uh, very definitely impacted my left shoulder. It damaged it. I mean, there's no question about that. It gave me a concussion. There's no question about that. But this channel is not about the accident. It's about this. When you know you have a damaged arm, do not take your blood pressure. Do not measure it in your damaged arm. I didn't know this. I just found this out. Why? It will be substantially different than if you take and you put the blood pressure cuff on your good arm. So that leads, like I say, I've got a zillion questions. So that leads me to my next question, and that's what if I, because, when you take your blood pressure, you generally take it in one arm, right? And you write down your score. I've done it this way. I mean, I can show you. You know me by now. You know, my saying is you can't manage what you don't measure. I've been writing down my blood pressure, but that's only from one arm. And it used to be my bad arm, right? Until somebody said, oh no, don't do that. You know you've got damage in that shoulder and possibly that arm. Don't take your blood pressure in that arm. So I started taking it in this arm. Well, let's say my my left arm heals. So my next question is this on blood pressure. Should I be taking it in both arms and recording the score? And my next question to that is, well, I'm not sure why one arm would be different than the other arm. Should I not only be taking my blood pressure not in both arms, but in both arms and both legs? Because, blood has to circulate to the legs. And would that be different? I mean, I tell you all, this is a teaching, learning, educational channel. That's how I figured out how to lose weight and keep it off, even though I'm not doing a great job of it right now. I'm managing it, right? I'm 69 years old. I've never dreamed of taking. First of all, I've never owned a blood pressure machine. I went out and bought a blood pressure machine. I used to have one that goes around your wrist, and found out, well, throw that away. That provides invalid readings. Buy the one that goes around your arm. So I went and did that, right? I mean, we learn by our mistakes, our failures. Next, I learned, well, if you've got an injured arm and shoulder, for God's sakes, don't take your blood pressure in that shoulder and arm. Take it in the other arm. Well, and I don't know the answer to this as I talk to you, but should I be taking my blood pressure in both arms when both arms are healthy and both legs? I'm assuming I should, even though I can't find anyone on YouTube that says that. I guess I'm just ahead of my time. Am I concerned about my weight? It's a little high right now between you and I, but I know that this week my weight will drop. That's fine. I mean, bank on it, count on it. I promise my weight will come down this week. But I'm more concerned about the blood pressure and doing it properly. And doing it without being put on blood pressure meds, right? And I've got so many questions about clogged arteries, and is high cholesterol part of the equation for high blood pressure, and is there sludge in my arteries, and how do I test for it, or is there a test for it? This is fascinating stuff to me. I mean, I'm 69. I've never asked these questions before. I didn't know that they impacted your weight. I guess they do. It makes logical sense that it would, right? So when I say, losing weight is a lifestyle change, you can't go back to eating the way you used to. I've proved that the past week or 10 days. I ate fried pickles. I ate fried onion rings. I gained tons of weight. I used to bounce around 198 to 205. I hit 210, right? Excuse me, I did not hit 210 yet. I hit 209.6. That's my current weight. It's damn close to 210. And that's why on my channel I say to you, unless you're willing to make the lifestyle change, unless you're willing to give up potato chips, which are my kryptonite, although I've got to admit I enjoyed the fried pickles, I enjoyed the fried onion rings. But unless you're willing to give up fried food, plan on a double wide casket. Plan on, weighing 3, 4, 500 pounds and dying super obese. Now, I know a lot of you, most of you who follow my channel, you don't want to do that. And that's good. I had one new person this week start your water fast. Congratulations. But there's a lot involved here. That's my point on this video. There's a lot involved. It's not only learning where to eat and what to eat and how to eat and why you're eating and the quantities you eat once you're on maintenance. When you're water fasting, you've got to learn you can't cheat. The first 7 days, you get nothing. No water, no coffee, no tea, no food. Only on the 8th day do you get 3 glasses of 8 to 12 ounce glasses of water a day. And that's all you get. And you stay on this water regimen until you reach your goal weight. So pick out a goal weight. And once you reach that goal weight, I'm sure you want to flip to maintenance. And I'm sure you want to manage that weight. You can't do it by going back and eating fried onion rings and fried pickles and eating potato chips and chocolate cake and pizza and whatever your kryptonite is. You just can't do it. Another one of my kryptonites is nuts. I love salted nuts. High salt intake will increase your blood pressure. You've got to learn. I've got to learn. You have to give up certain foods. Where am I going with this on the high blood pressure? I don't know. I've got so many questions to figure out the answers to. I mean, and I've been doing this for 5+ years. Okay. You're taking advantage of my 5 years of mistakes. Hopefully, I'll save you from making the same mistakes. It's kind of fun to show you weight can be managed. You can keep it off. Even when you go pretty close to your high extreme, your upper limit on weight gain, you can still manage your weight. You can lose what you've gained. And I'll even go so far as stick my neck out and say, by next Monday, I will be thinner than I was this Monday. And this Monday, I was at 209.6. Oh, I'm sorry, 211.6. I can't even read my own writing. I was at 211.6. It is February 10th. Remember that number, 211.6. My range for me is 198 to 212.0. That's the range I'm going to stay in. I wanted to stay in the 198 to 205, My drop dead range is 198 to 212. I will not exceed 212.0, period. Will not do it. Mark my words. Hold me to it. Okay. But I'm really intrigued with how you measure blood pressure, what kind of tests I can run for sludge or blocked arteries. I just have a ton of questions regarding blood pressure. So we're going to work through this together. And you may say, well, it doesn't directly impact weight loss or managing your weight. I believe that it does. I believe that it does. I believe that the reason why my hands at this very moment that I talk to you at 211.6, I believe the reason why my hands feel like ice cubes that just came out of the freezer is because of the extremely high blood pressure I have. So I need to do a better job at getting my blood pressure down and managing it. Now again, do I just measure one arm or both arms and both legs? Again, so many questions. This is like a revelation to me. I never tied weight loss to blood pressure before. But you know, the light bulb came on. So stay tuned. Of course, I want you to like, subscribe, click the bell notification. It would mean more to me if you would send a link to my channel to your fat and obese friends. They need to see someone struggle. They need to see someone gain some weight. They need to see someone manage your weight. They need to see someone that maybe is on maintenance, as I am right now, flip back to a water fast if I gain too much weight. They need to see it. You need to see it. You need to know I'm being honest with you. I never dreamed I would wake up this morning at 211.6. That's totally inexcusable. So my first interim goal this week is to get to touch 210.0 or below. So by next Monday, I want to be at 210.0 or below. I'm at 211 point, what did I say? 211.6. Stay tuned. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I'm blowing smoke up your rear or if I've actually got this figured out. Let's learn together how blood pressure impacts weight loss. I never tied the two together before. I'm excited. You should be too. We're going down paths that I don't know that anybody's ever asked the question before. And we're going to find the answers. We're going to find the solutions. And we're going to do it together. That's all I've got for today. Stay healthy, stay happy. I will see you tomorrow.